This week, for the first time in generations, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo were not nominated for the 2024 Ballon d'Or. These two have over the years epitomized football. They have colossal figures of 12 Ballon d'Or titles among themselves, but the year really says that it is pointing to the end of this particular era, them standing atop the world of football. Why don't Messi or Ronaldo appear in the rankings this time? Who are the new stars ready to come into their prominent places? We will answer all of these and other questions at the very end of the video. Until then, remember to hit the subscribe button for more football news and updates. Let us first try to figure out the reason Messi and Ronaldo were not picked this year. The reason is pretty simple. They both, until very recently, moved away from the best of European football. The Ballon d'Or closely regards how players are faring with top competitions such as the UEFA Champions League. The 37-year-old Messi now features for Inter Miami in Major League Soccer, popularly known as MLS. His longtime rival Ronaldo, 39, has joined the Saudi Pro League with Al Nassr. The other two leagues both merit recognition, but not as crucial concerning the Ballon d'Or as the top 5 leagues in Europe. Messi and Ronaldo are both players who, despite their advanced years, continue to show their skills in the respective new leagues they play. Messi led Inter Miami to their first ever Leagues Cup title, providing that skill and leadership characteristic of his career, because he keeps scoring in droves, 50 for Al Nassr last season. And there is the small fact that no one seriously believes either the MLS or the Saudi Pro League compare in terms of competitiveness with the Champions League, or for that matter, the Premier League. It's great what he's doing, no doubt, but on the biggest stage, obviously highly important to Ballon d'Or voters. This brings us to another point, the changing rules for the Ballon d'Or. For the most part, throughout the years, the award has been vested in how great players are on their own. More often than not, individual brilliance shows itself the best in the most famous European competitions. Both Messi and Ronaldo were very much at their best when they were playing in the Champions League, La Liga, and the Premier League, the hardest leagues in the world maybe. Moving to less competitive destinations has clearly changed the perception of them by the Ballon d'Or voters. While they have continued to turn in very strong performances, their absence from the top leagues and competitions in Europe is one major reason why they do not feature in this year's nominee list. It is interesting to note that in today's context, more spotlight has shifted to these two veterans compared to the young players. For almost 2 decades, Messi and Ronaldo have been the best of those who rake in individual awards. Among the babes who have taken the limelight in European football now are Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Jude Bellingham. Their performances in Europe's top competitions making them the new favorites for the Ballon d'Or. He had a great 2023 to 2024 season with Manchester City, where in total he was able to score 52 goals in all matches and was crowned with the title of champion, the treble of the Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League. Those performances on the biggest stage have placed him among the favorites this year for the Ballon d'Or. Then there is Kylian Mbappe, who most believe will also do what he needs to do and take over the mantle from Messi and Ronaldo. Amazingly, he has kept posting performances in the highest class of the game. His display during the 2022 World Cup, scoring 3 times in the final, proved that he had to be one of the best talents in football worldwide. The results of PSG in the Champions League were mediocre, but Mbappe made himself one of the most relevant players to world football. His speed, skill, and ability to score goals make him a valid candidate for the Ballon d'Or. Completing the pair are Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham, the youngsters who made quite a hit. Real Madrid fans currently consider him one of their favorite jewel stars. Creative in nature and stylish, he is a scorer of important goals. Thus, he becomes a world-class talent and an appealing player for this game of football. His teammate Jude Bellingham moved to the top-side Real Madrid out of Borussia Dortmund, where currently impresses many in La Liga and Champions League matches. And on the pitch, he looks and plays so much more mature than his years in a leadership role, as the 21-year-old now claims his place among the 2024 Ballon d'Or nominees. He's the most interesting player in all of Europe right now, with a skill to control games from midfield. Apparently this year, the race for the Ballon d'Or sees participation from a newer generation. These are led by the likes of Haaland, Mbappe, Vinicius, and Bellingham. This probably indicates the change of generations that has taken place at the forefront of world football. There is no doubt that it is a real sea change in the game, with Messi and Ronaldo considered the gold standard in football, looking on as the young ones take center stage. It was a change that needed to come, what with the age of Messi and Ronaldo, but it is an important juncture in the history of football. Beyond Messi and Ronaldo, there was a good number of players who also had great seasons and needed to be recognized. Rodri sat as a defensive midfielder in the Manchester City team that helped them win 3 trophies. With the ability to score important goals in big games, such as the one that sealed the Champions League final victory, he can lead the game tempo, and this is just what has brought him a nomination. Rodri is the player who often goes under the radar, but has been very key to Manchester City's success. Another important nominee is Bukayo Saka from Arsenal. He had a great season with Arsenal, chasing the title of the Premier League. Agility to change roles, creativity, and the ability to score have kept him in a league among the best young footballers of his time. Now Harry Kane is with Bayern Munich. He had scored for fun during some time with Tottenham Hotspur before going to the Bundesliga. His leadership and goal-scoring ability have kept him in the conversation for individual awards, despite his team's lack of major success. The exclusion of Messi and Ronaldo from the 2024 Ballon d'Or nominations has evoked emotions in the hearts of many fans worldwide. This means much to people, the end of an era for most football enthusiasts. For over 15 years, Messi and Ronaldo were the shining stars of world football. Perhaps aptly reflective of the two men themselves, it has been one that has explored every crevice of societies well outside sport. Social media has been awash with testimonials to the pair. Many fans remembered so many great moments and recognized the great contribution to the sport made by these two legends. The words "end of an era" have just kept flowing over social media as fans reconcile with the fact that Messi and Ronaldo are just not the best in football anymore. Their rivalry has delineated a full generation of football, and their names together create enormous change in this listing. Fans speak out on remembering how Messi and Ronaldo kept on eclipsing one another in setting records, raising the bar in his game. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like the video, leave your thoughts in the comments section, and subscribe for more updates on the biggest stories in football.